Hey there. Today, I want to go into a little bit of detail about what it takes to find the right stages for your message. Because I have software, the Speaker Event Finder, which helps you do just that, I get inundated with all kinds of speaking stuff into my newsfeed on Facebook and LinkedIn. And I want to talk to you a little bit about what I'm seeing in the industry and why I created the Speaker Event Finder in the first place. So when it comes to events, there are live events, meaning you're on stage in front of a group of people. And you don't have to be like on a stage at Carnegie Hall. You may be speaking at an event for a local company in your neighborhood, or you could be doing an event that's sponsored by your local library. There are lots of ways to be seen live in front of people. And then there's virtual events. Virtual events can take the form of summits, where someone hosts an event and they're interviewing a panel of speakers to release on a drip. I was just in a 3-day Mind Valley Summit this past weekend. Or it can be your own event, like a webinar. I host webinars bi-weekly where I share the Speaker Event Finder with speakers who are looking to find the right stages for their message. Those are just a couple of examples of virtual events. And then there's podcasts where somebody interviews you. It can be audio only or it can be audio and video, but they interview you on their platform as a podcaster. So with that being said, all of those are great ways to build and grow your speaking business, and in some cases get paid, in other cases sell from stage or the back of the room. But when it comes to training, a lot of the training that I'm seeing is telling you how to build your signature talk, how to be a better speaker, how to have great stage presence. But they're missing the one piece. That is why I created the Speaker Event Finder, because they're not giving you a clear, concise way to find the right stages for your message. They're telling you things like look for referrals or use Hunter.io to find the decision makers for organizations and start conversations that way. You could be like I am or was in 30 or more Facebook and Instagram groups that are looking to have a speaker or be a speaker, where you go in there and you provide value, you share insight, you comment on other people's posts, you send them connection requests if it's LinkedIn, or friend requests if it's on Facebook. All of this you're doing in an effort to find the right stages for your message. And guess what? It takes a lot of time, but not with the Speaker Event Finder. So before I go any deeper into that, I am Cecelia Faye Morris, also known as the Digital Marketing Maven, and I teach business owners how to make money online using automation, AI, and Facebook. I am the creator, founder, and owner of the Speaker Event Finder, software that is built to help you find the right stages for your message without the search burnout, guesswork, or Google spreadsheet hell. And wherever you're watching me, please give me some likes, some love, drop a comment on this video, share this with someone who could benefit from this information. And if it's YouTube, please subscribe and click that bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about the stuff coming up in my feed, and let me know if any of this sounds familiar to you. So here's one opportunity that came up in my news feed. I won't say the name of it because I'm not in the business of disparaging anybody, because I think they all have a great message to share. But this is what I would get if I attended this particular event. Day one, I'm going to find my message. It's going to teach me how to find what I have that's already inside of me, to understand why my message isn't landing the way it should, and how to close that gap. On day two, I'm going to build the structure. I'll learn the hidden framework behind every talk that sticks, and how to organize my ideas so people follow, remember, and take action. And then day three, I'm going to learn how to develop sticky statements that people carry long after I'm done, and how to tell stories that create real connections, not just good illustrations. That's all well and good, but where am I going to go with this new information and this signature talk that I put together? Or how about this one? In 3 days, we'll create you a professional asset that positions you to get consistently booked and paid $5,000 or more per speaking gig. Again, this is well and good, but you're creating professional assets that put me in position to get booked, but where am I going to be positioned? How does that work, right? Or how about this one? Land your first 5 paid speaking gigs in the next 30 days using AI, even if you're just getting started. The reason why this one kind of perked my ears is because, let's be real, if you're looking to speak on stages, like a real stage, not virtual, most stages are booked up 4 months in advance, at least. Why? Because they've got to get everything lined up for their speakers, and then they got to start creating promotional materials to get butts in seats, right? They got to put put their event out there to let people know who's going to be speaking on their stage, so that way they can get enough people signed up to make this event profitable, to have a decent ROI by hosting this event. Especially if they're paying for people, they're going to have a longer runway because they got to get that ROI. They got to get a return on their investment for the venue, the speakers, if they're offering food, any types of goodies or merch that they're going to have. All of that happens months and months in advance, which is why with the Speaker Event Finder, we start looking at rolling 4 months out. So if you're looking to speak in October, you can start putting your hat in the ring now with the event, so that way you are top of mind for these speakers versus the event organizers who already have a curated list, or a speakers bureau who also has a curated list of speakers. Most large companies that are hosting events, they're going to tap into event organizers or speakers bureaus to find their speakers. But with our software, we show you how to backdoor these events to get your name in front of the right people. We also show you how to tailor your message to the event, because here's another one that says transform every stage appearance, whether virtual or real, your event or someone else's, into your own powerful lead gen tool for attracting qualified clients. That sounds pretty good. How to share your story and expand your reach, drawing in more consistent leads and qualified clients through the use of both virtual and live event presentations. Okay, how to tap into the power of OPA, other people's audiences, to grow your business without spending a bunch of money on advertising. Also good. How to use the gap enrollment system to close more clients to your products or services. All of that sounds good, but again, where am I finding these opportunities? Whose audience am I borrowing? How am I getting in front of the right people? I know for me and my webinars, I do my advertising to let people know about my webinars. And I also do organic marketing as well through my VA and carefully crafted posts on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn to draw people into me. But if I want to get on larger stages or other people's stages, where do I go to make that happen? Well, that's the beauty of the Speaker Event Finder as well, because we have paid events, we have virtual and live events, and we also have podcasts built into our software. So when you put in your criteria, we go out and search the internet for you and bring them to you, deliver them personally right to you. I just had a presentation I did with my newest user of the Speaker Event Finder, whose name is Laura, and we did a search for paid events, and in less than 5 minutes, over 60 events popped up for her to throw her hat in the ring. So it's so much easier to find events if you have a tool that actually finds events, right? Here's another one. Yeah, this training is going to it's going to help me build out my offer, build and create a workshop. So that means I'm hosting my own workshop. I'm not getting on anybody's stages, and it's going to teach me how to do webinars better, and it's going to give me a content and lead gen system, which is all well and good. And I love that. But what if I want to speak on bigger stages that aren't just my stages? What if I, again, want to borrow somebody else's audience? Where do I go to do that? Well, you can go to Google and you can do a search for that and throw your hat in the ring that way. But even with that, what do you say to the event organizers to let them know that you, one, understand their audience, and two, you have the goods to deliver to their audience to help them get over whatever the theme of the event is that you're going to be presenting at? So here's the whole thing. It's great. It is great. And I suggest that you do this. If you are wanting to be a better public speaker, pay for the training. Pay to play to get the training you need to create your signature talk, but also be able to pivot your signature talk to match the event that you want to speak at. Having a signature talk is great. Knowing what topics you can speak intelligently on is what you need to have. But if you can't tailor your message to the audience, you might as well be spitting into the wind. So that is why I got together this software. The Speaker Event Finder was made by speakers for speakers to help us do one thing: find the right stages for our message, and then tailor our outreach to the event organizers in a way that tells the organizers, we've taken the time to review your event. We understand what your people are looking for, and this is how we can deliver. Because everybody listens to the same radio station. I've said it before, and I'll say it again: WIIFM. What's in it for me? So if you're plastering the internet with your speaker bio or your speaker one sheet strategy or your speaking topics without making it relevant to the specific event that you're looking at, then you're just going to go in the dead letter box, because nobody cares who you are until they know how much you care. And the best way as a speaker to show how much you care is to prove to the people who are making decisions on who needs to be on stage that you understand your audience and that you can deliver a powerful presentation that will resonate with that audience. So there you have it, friends. A little bit of the background on why I did the Speaker Event Finder is because everybody's going to teach me how to speak. They're going to help me create my signature talk. They're going to tell me what to say and how to get noticed, but they're not giving me a clear path to the actual events. With our software, our database has over 40,000 events in there. We've got over 1,100 companies that have been known to pay for speakers in the past. We've got a system in place that tells you exactly how to reach out to those organizers. Even if they don't even have an event planned, you can still reach out to those organizations and say, hey, I understand your organization does this, this, and this. For your next event, I would love to talk about this, this, and that, right? We've got all that built in there on top of over 3 million podcast opportunities. So with that being said, please get the training on how to speak. Toastmasters is a great place. You can do it for free. But if you want to know where to speak, you need to get your hands on the Speaker Event Finder. That is it for today's video. You can click somewhere around this video to join our next workshop where you can learn about our software, the Speaker Event Finder, and how it will help you find the right stages for your message without the guesswork, search burnout, Google spreadsheet hell, so you can finally speak to an audience that matches your expertise, your message, and your location. Thank you for watching. I am Cecelia Faye Morris, the Digital Marketing Maven, and wherever you're watching me, give me some likes and love, drop a comment, share this video with those who can benefit from this message, and if it's YouTube, subscribe and click that bell. And remember, I help people make money online using automation, AI, and Facebook. Click around this video to join our next Speaker Event Finder workshop. Bye for now.